Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're grading every single team in the NFC South through the first quarter of the season, starting with the Atlanta Falcons. They began their season with a 24-10 win over the division rival Panthers, who've looked very bad. Continued with another win, 25-24 over the Packers. Now, a lot of that in the second half of the game. Got to give them a lot of credit for that, even though they were beating up on a Joe Barry defense, which you shouldn't get credit for. Next, a pretty bad loss to the Lions, 6-20. And then finally a loss over in London, 23-7. Winning a divisional game is always great. Panthers aren't very good, but you got to give them credit for those first two wins, going 2-0, and then really bad losses to go to finish out the first quarter 2-2. Kind of got to give them some leeway for flying over to London and losing by that much, but it is what it is. I think you have to give the Falcons a C to C- for this season so far. Bijan Robinson has looked great, but they still can't utilize Kyle Pitts or Drake London. Desmond Ridder looks very bad. The defense is iffy, but okay at some points. I think you got to give them a C-. Not really inspiring much confidence here. Now on to the New Orleans Saints, who beat the Titans by 1 to start the season. The divisional rival Panthers by 3 to continue to 2-0. Gave up an absolutely huge 18-point fourth quarter comeback against the Packers, and then lost to Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers in Week 4, 26-9. Now they're 1-1 in divisional play, which is to be expected, as the Buccaneers are better than a lot of people thought. That fourth quarter comeback that they gave up against the Packers looks really, really bad. I know Derek Carr went out in that game, but still, that's mostly on the defense, which was supposed to be vaunted. Well, they are very good. They, up to that point, hadn't given up 20 points in a game in a very, very long time. I think you give the Saints a C just because we don't know where this offense is going, but the defense is still good. Could still win this division. So let's move on to the Buccaneers. Started the season with a 20-17 win over the Vikings, who haven't looked great. 27-17 win over the Bears, who have looked awful. 25-11 win against the Eagles. The Eagles probably played their best game in that one right there, and then a huge 26-9 divisional win. I think you have to give the Buccaneers a B to a B+ on this season. You have to give Baker Mayfield an A. He's finding his best players. The defense is shoring up when they need to. This is a really impressive run for a team that was sort of left for dead after Tom Brady left. And then finally, the Panthers, who are 0-4 to start the season. You have to give the Panthers probably a D on the season so far. I know they're playing Bryce Young, but he hasn't even been healthy because they're trotting him out there against a very bad offensive line. Austin Corbett is returning this week, but Bryce Young has been bad. The offensive line has been worse. There's not a lot to be very proud of on this season so far. Reports are they're trying to trade for a number 1 receiver for the next 3 quarters of the season to really get Bryce Young going, but you can't really be too proud of him. A D to a D+ sounds about right here. So that's the NFC South. Join us for the rest of these report cards. Look back on our channel for the rest of them, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it.